Top 7 Bruce Lee moments. Bruce Lee is the most legendary martial artist of all time. In his short life, Lee not only took action to another level, but changed everything we knew about it on the big screen. The king of martial arts can always be imitated and paid tribute to, but he will never be replaced. Today we are counting down the top 7 most amazing Bruce Lee moments on the film industry. But before we start off our list, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't done yet. The Giant Game of Death, 1978. In this scene, Bruce Lee wears his yellow jumpsuit on a battle against the giant 7 feet 2 inches basketball player Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. In comparison to Jabbar's size and power, Bruce Lee looks like a hopeless shorty. But we all know that not even that could stop the king of martial arts. Fortunately, Lee manages to use his opponent's size against him and leaves the giant man breathless on the ground. The Street Fight, Way of the Dragon, 1972. In this flick, Lee is trying to help his family fight the local mafia in Rome, when the thugs take him into a back alley to be killed. He quickly changes the situation. Oddly enough, the group of bad guys are requested to kill him without using their guns. This allows Lee to pull out his faithful nunchaku and delivers a series of blows to each and every bad guy until they are all on the ground. He makes us wonder, where did the sticks come from? Revenge, Enter the Dragon, 1973. In this personal fight, Lee comes face to face with the sadistic and facial scarred Ohara, the guy who caused his sister to commit suicide. The fight takes place at a martial arts tournament on Han's private island. In this fight, Lee destroys his opponent without breaking a sweat. When Ohara breaks the rules, Lee does more than hurting him. He smashes his nuts and literally blows his mind by jumping on the guy's head. Hall of Mirrors, Enter the Dragon, 1973. In another scene of the previous movie on the list, Bruce Lee plays a martial artist who enters a tournament in order to spy on a crime lord. Eventually, this comes to a face-to-face confrontation with the claw-wearing Mr. Han, who manages to scratch Lee's face and body, creating one of the most iconic images of his career. The battle also goes totally unreal when he is led to a room of mirrors and forced to defy superstition by breaking them all. The Honko Dojo Fight Fist of Fury, 1972. This intense scene involves representatives of a Japanese dojo mocking Lee's martial arts school, and Lee decides to teach them some manners. Soon Lee is surrounded by more than 24 students that will be taught a good lesson, expertly synchronized to ensure each moment flows flawlessly to the last. This sequence is fascinating from beginning to end. Upgrades, Enter the Dragon, 1973. After finding the villain's top secret underground den, Lee gets into a shirtless battle against several henchmen that cross his path. The fight gets even better as each opponent approaches him with a new weapon. Lee uses the new goodie to defeat each of them. This includes a stick, metal rods, and finally nunchucks. We can only imagine how the fight would have ended if there were more bad guys willing to face him. The Master Attack, The Big Boss, 1971. In this classic, Lee is forced to break his oath of non-violence in a bloody confrontation against Xiao Mi, the man who murdered his family. In the battle, Chang, played by Bruce Lee, manages to defeat his opponents by dodging a knife throw, before going Mortal Kombat and stabbing his fingers into his enemy's chest. This is definitely the bloodiest scene we have ever seen in Lee's movies. Do you agree with our list? Write us a comment below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.